If you're new to crypto and you're just new to my channel, this is literally what's been going on in the past week. It's been a hell of a ride. I've lost a lot of folks. I've lost many good men. Hey friends, the ones that remained and still here, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Ahmed at Altcoin Era. Make sure to like, subscribe and join our private members. If you're in altcoins, you need to pivot. We need to all pivot. We need to get into eggs. Can you believe this? In 2023, eggs were worth $1. So a dozen of eggs back in 2023, not long ago, it was only a year and some change, and it was worth $1. Now it's up a whopping massive 8x. Some of our altcoins are underperforming eggs. The Nasdaq 100 is currently up slightly for the day. It's just opened recently. Where I am, it's currently up 0.14%. We have the Nasdaq slightly up by 0.13%. Then we have the Dow Jones. We also have oil, and that's down by 3.22%. Oil is heading downwards because it looks like, or participants think, we're heading into a recession. Whenever oil heads downwards, that's an indication that we're gonna see a recession. As you can see here, during the GFC period, it went down a whopping 76%. And again, during this period, recessionary scare, we went down 75%. And of course, COVID, we went all the way down to minus, ladies and gentlemen, minus for oil. Whenever a recession is near, oil tends to cascade downwards. It looks like we're about to head downwards. Let's have a look at the prediction markets. The US to be in a recession by 2025, there is a 31% chance of that happening, whereas Polymarket have predicted the Fed to not make any changes. There will be no changes. There's a 2% chance of a 50 basis point decrease and 5% chance of a 25% decrease. And finally, let's have a look at the price. What will the price be by 31st of March? There's a 72% likely chance of 95,000 US dollars for one Bitcoin. Gold has gone up higher and higher. It's gone from strength to strength in an inflationary environment. Gold typically goes up. And then we have Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. And this has been some crazy series of events. And if you weren't around during here, honestly, I cannot describe that feeling. It's manic. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You're sick to your stomach sometimes. But we've gone past it. Coin is currently at 88,000 US dollars. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the battle of the century right over here. Okay? Battle of the century is happening here. If the bears cannot confirm once again right here that this is a resistance, then we're going to have a problem. If the bears manage to resist the bulls and manage to bring this downwards, then we're heading to 75,000 US dollars. Time will tell. We're going to see what's happening. So far, we have the non-farm payrolls, and the non-farm payrolls added 143,000 jobs in January. It was well below the revised December numbers of 307,000 US dollars and a forecast of 170,000. So this is going to add some pressure to the Fed. The Fed will have to bend the knee. As most of you are aware, and it's all over the headlines, Trump has barely been in office. He's only been in office for a month, and I can't believe we're going to get this for another 4 years. Imagine. So we have the tariff wars at the moment. He's hit the tariff wars on Mexico, Canada. He's about to do it on Europe, and he's certainly done it on China. And all of these folks have to bend the knee. They have to, one way or another. All of these countries can either fight America or they have to bend the knee. They only have two options. China have actually retaliated and said this, and it's really surprising. It said it's ready for any type of war with the US. They didn't stop there. It said if war is what the US wants, be it tariff war, a trade war, or any type of war, we're ready to fight until the end. I really like this tweet from Chamath, and he said, Trump is more popular with young people than old people. Most young people don't own stocks or homes, aka they are asset light. Trump is also more popular amongst working and middle class folks. Most of these folks are also asset light. It stands to reason that a fall in asset prices, i.e. stocks down or house prices down, have little impact on his core constituents. I will be surprised if Trump has little reaction then to any equity or home price market corrections. Separately, the upside of shrinking these asset prices is that it gives the folks mentioned above a legitimate chance to buy into these markets at lower prices, making equity ownership and home ownership a very likely possibility. If Trump figures out how to get rent lower, he will unify young people and asset-light working people into a reliable voting bloc for the foreseeable future. He will have given them the trifecta: cheaper stocks, cheaper homes, and lower rent. And finally, he ends with this: don't presume that the stock market going downwards is a useful barometer anymore. In fact, if it goes down, it may be a better signal for his popularity. He has a point. He has a very, very valid point. If the stock market crashes, most of his constituents and most of his holders are, let's be honest, working class people, a few middle class people. None of his constituencies would care. None of them. They don't care because they don't own this. They don't own this. They don't own Bitcoin. They might own Dodge. A quick roundup for the latest news. We have the legend. Give it up to him. El Salvador. Come on. The president defies the the IMF. And he keeps buying Bitcoin. That's what we want to see. Amazing leadership. In number 2, we have Metaplanet, and it adds another $43 million worth of BTC. The Tokyo listed firm bought another 497 Bitcoin, and as you can see here, they are a company, was established, I believe, during 1993. Here we have it. It was established in 1999. Its headquarters are in Japan. Number of employees are 13. It's a struggling company. It's a struggling business. It's been moving sideways for many years. And guess what they've done? They've done the same thing as Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor's company, MicroStrategy, was a failing company. It did nothing for 20 years. Literally done nothing. Just moved sideways. It wasn't until they bought Bitcoin and added to their treasury that they saw massive gains. The same applies with Metaplanet. In the past few years, they've been accumulating Bitcoin and now is one of the most successful companies in Japan. Japan's company Metaplanet boosted its Bitcoin treasury, buying another 157 BTC and now holding 2,391 Bitcoins, approximately $200 million, roughly $80,000 per coin. The company aims to hold 10,000 BTC by the end of 2025 and 21,000 BTC by the end of 2026. Last week, it bought another 135 BTC. Metaplanet's shares have risen by 530% from around $3 to $19 over the past 12 months. The company has increased 1,800%, making it the most profitable company on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. I repeat, making it the most profitable company on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. USDC becomes Japan's first USD stablecoin. David Sachs exit Bitwise amid conflict of interest. Trump's crypto czar denied any wrongdoing, confirming his firm divested from Bitwise before taking office. Number 6, we have Trump signals support for overturning IRS DeFi rule. The White House is backing a Senate resolution. And lastly, we have Paradigm. And Paradigm leads a $41 million round for a cross protocol. The Ethereum-based project secured funding from Paradigm. Bitcoin today in the European hours, I was trading during that time, went upwards as you can see here, and we kissed this area. The US market has opened, and it's just shown this time and time again. The European markets buy the bids while the American market sells the bids. So this is the situation we're in right now. We've hit this trend line right over here. It looks like we're heading downwards. We couldn't form a higher high. We're going to consolidate for a little bit longer. There was a lot of drama here, a lot of considerable amount of drama. We have the Friday summit. That's going to be good news. However, if we continue to get good news and the price action doesn't match it, Ladies and gentlemen, we have a massive problem. That's very, very bearish. We've had the SEC overturn and stop their litigations and their lawsuits against the crypto industry, yet the markets are not pumping. We have Trump, who is extremely pro-crypto. The markets still haven't pumped. We have so many good news and the markets have still not pumped. You have to ask yourself, all of this good news, all of this noise, all of this, and what really matters? What really matters? And you know what that is, ladies and gentlemen. I'll show you. It's this, and I'm going to keep drumming this down again and again every episode. It's this, ladies and gentlemen. It's QT. Simple as that. Everything else that I showed you, everything is just noise. This is the most important information you'll ever need in crypto. If this turns around, we're going to see markets turn around. Simple as that. Once this turns around, we're going to have Ethereum, which is the daddy. It's the king. Everyone copies Ethereum. That's the truth. Everyone copies Ethereum and just tries to make it faster and quicker. Ethereum is the USA. They innovate. Everyone else is like Europe, Japan, China, etc., etc. Even Bitcoin maxis love their tech. This is the Bitcoin dominance, and I've overlaid the total assets under management. And as you can see here, QT stopped. This marked the peak, and ever since, Bitcoin dominance continued to go downwards. Same thing applies here. QT began, Bitcoin dominance kept on going up and up and up and up and up, and it continues to go up until this turns around. Once this turns around, Bitcoin dominance has peaked. We can head to higher prices. President Trump was elected right over here on the 5th of November. He was made the victor and Bitcoin went up higher. It looks like we're going to retrace all the way back to 75,000 US dollars, just like the S&P 500, where it retraced completely everything. Tron is performing relatively well. It's outperformed Bitcoin for a very long time now, surprisingly. And look at this chart. If you want to get into some safety plays, get into Tron and get into BNB. Tron has gone up 8x. It's outperformed Bitcoin. You need these kind of plays in your portfolio. I know many participants just want you to get into fundamentals, but you have to look at the chart. The chart is your friend. And if it's heading up higher, the trend is your friend. Honorable mention has to go to Tron. Okay, I'm going to see you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I've been a little bit sick, so forgive me. And I'll see you tomorrow, wherever you are. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join our private members. Link in the description below. You won't regret it. Peace.